In this lesson, we are going to cover the fifth and final type of forces, tension. The force that arises in any body when it is stretched is called tension. Tension is the force in a rope or spring when it is stretched. When you apply two forces in opposite direction at the ends of a string till it is taut, there is tension in the string. Likewise, if a string hangs from the ceiling and a mass M is tied at the other end, tension develops in the string. When there is tension in a string, any arbitrary point P on the string is acted upon by two forces. You shall notice by now that in this module 2, whenever we study a particular force, we are concerned about the direction of the force. As mentioned in previous lessons, when we draw a free body diagram, we have to choose our object of interest. If we are considering the wall at the point of support, there is a tension force acting downwards. If we are considering the forces acting on the mass, then there is a tension acting upwards where the mass is tight. Note that the direction of tension is always along the string. Also, the tension is the same at all points on the string. If you pull the box with a third force and hold it there are actually three forces: the weight, the tension along the string, and the pulling force. When the box is not moving, as shown here, the three forces are in equilibrium. All the three forces will add up to be zero. Notice that these three forces are in clockwise direction. When forces are in equilibrium, when placed together, they are all pointing in a single direction, in clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. Why is this so? Because the resultant of any of the two forces will be equal in magnitude to the third force but in opposite direction. Let's take the tension and the pulling forces. The resultant of these two forces will be pointing upwards. When this resultant force has a magnitude equals its weight, but in opposite direction, the net result is zero. Hence, when the three forces are in equilibrium, they add up to be zero, and when put together, all the forces are pointing in a clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. In summary, when a string is pulled till it is taut, there is tension in the string. On the other hand, if it's not taut, the tension is zero. Now, when there is tension in the string, the tension T in the string is the same at all points on the string. The direction of the tension is along the string. With this, we conclude Module 2, where we learn the various types of forces. In our next module, we will learn how to combine forces to solve GC O-level dynamics questions.